Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, hard to believe since the last one I've actually put up right around yesterday, it looks like I'm back at it once again with another one right about now, so yeah, I guess if anything, I think it's actually quite fair that I would actually probably do another video like this, just to, you know, get everything off on my chest for sure, because yeah, even though I had nothing much to do during the month of January for sure, since we're already in the new year for sure, I think it makes sense to actually do some stuff that would help ease us down a whole lot for sure. So yeah, kind of makes sense on that front right about now. So yeah, I guess for today's thoughts we right about now, I guess ever since I pretty much the last one that I did, where of course I finally got the chance to watch Pokemon Master Journeys, I think for today's thoughts we right about now, we're actually going to be covering something that pretty much on something that is also on Netflix for sure, to which I did already cover 3 times in a row. Yeah, pretty much throughout, pretty much part of 2020, and especially for most of last year in general, right about now. So yeah, I guess that's what I kind of figure out we're gonna do right about now. So yeah, and of course, oddly enough, with of course these 3 seasons that I've actually mentioned, again, it actually does revolve around pretty much the show that I've officially covered before, for sure, that did start off pretty good, but not really strong on, from the way I see it, to actually becoming pretty much a bit better as the show progresses overall. So yeah, and of course it has been a long time coming, and it's been well over a month since after it finally dropped, but looks like a brand new season has officially dropped right about now, and well, I finally got the chance to actually take a look at it, and boy, was the wait actually all well worth it. So yeah, I guess if you couldn't tell right by now, I think we might as well head on back over to, of course, another show on Netflix right about now, which is, of course, if you may recall, of course, the previous thoughts videos that I did, it is, of course, on Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So yeah, looks like we're back at it once again with, of course, that said show, and I guess it's pretty obvious, we're actually going to be discussing Season 4 of course, that said show right about now. So yeah, I guess we pretty much know the drill on that front, and yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about here today. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess if you may recalling pretty much the past thoughts videos that I did for sure, I actually did get the opportunity to actually take a look at this show, pretty much all 3 seasons so far, from the way I can gather it, and the first season I actually thought it was pretty good, but nothing really that actually grabbed me a whole lot to get me interested. But thankfully, seasons 2 and 3 actually did improve a whole lot, and of course picked up on, of course, where of course the first season was lacking, and it has gotten better as it progressed for sure, which actually, yeah, I actually did find myself fully engaged with for sure. So yeah, and of course, I know that's saying a whole lot, because pretty much in about a few months from now, we are officially going to be getting Jurassic World Dominion. That's going to be coming out onto the big screen this summer, which I absolutely can't wait right about now. But hey, kind of makes sense to actually do this show beforehand. So yeah, I guess if anything, the first season was good, but didn't really grip me a whole lot, to be honest. But thankfully, seasons 2 and 3 actually did pick up where the first season was lacking, which actually did get me fully engaged right about now. So yeah, and of course, believe it or not, just well over a month ago, Season 4 has officially dropped not too long ago, and like I said, I did get the opportunity to actually finally watch the said season after it officially dropped, and And of course, yeah, I did manage to watch all 11 episodes of course, that said show in a well over a 4-hour time period right around today, depending on when I'm recording this. And I guess the question remains, what do I think of this overall? Well, I have to say, I actually really like this season for what it is. I mean, to be honest, it's not actually as good as, say, seasons 2 and 3, in my opinion, but I say for what it is, I think it did a fine job with what it's actually trying to do, and much like Pokemon Master Journeys, it actually pretty much picked up exactly where, of course, the previous seasons left off, and actually expand a whole hog outside of course, its regular formula the first 3 seasons had right about now, to which I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really engaged for sure right about now, but not fully, but just a little bit hands down. But regardless on what I have to say, I actually really do like this season nevertheless, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got the short version out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. First of all is, of course, the story, and I guess I have to say, it did have some struggles in my opinion, but I say for what it is, the story actually really does a fine job, and of course, what it's actually doing for sure, and of course, I really like on how it actually picked up where the last season left off, where of course our heroes are now officially off the island, and of course they're now on a different path on, of course, what they're doing, and even some new dangers that they have to overcome for sure, to which I have to say, I think they did a fine job with, of course, doing exactly that. Like I said, it's not really enough to actually get me fully engaged, in my opinion, but I say for what it is, I still think they did a good job with it for sure, and of course I will have to say, the writing, I have to say, for while I do have to admit, some parts of it are written out pretty well, I will admit, it does also kind of lack at the same time, for sure. Like, maybe I think there could have been some things that could have been written out much better, and actually make it all the more engaging, and but I think for what it's actually trying to do, it was kind of lacking a bit, and trying its best to be like the mediocre to terrible Jurassic Park sequels, as opposed to trying to be as grand and epic, like of course the original film was, so... But beside the point, I can't complain about it too much, as it is probably one of the main problems I have with the thing for sure, but the rest, I have to say, still turned out pretty good nevertheless, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got the first 2 out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about the next thing that I need to talk about, which is, of course, the characters, and I have to say, the characters, Regabong, now, my god, they have really grown a whole lot since the first 3 seasons right about now. Pretty much the one thing I actually really do admire about the characters, and of course this show, is that I really do love on how well interesting that they are, and of course they've got a really great amount of development for sure, and all the main things that actually make them very likable, and that's actually no exception for, of course, this season for sure. All the characters, and of course this season compared to the last season, again, they are very likable and interesting, and of course they're giving a whole lot of development for sure, which actually made me root for them a whole hog, and that's what I actually find really quite interesting for sure. I just really love on how well this show actually does do exactly the hag, which still makes it all the more engaging, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the one thing I can say, and of course, all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, like I said, they all pulled off really fantastic performances, in my opinion. I think every single one of them I've actually seen, they really do get themselves fully invested with what they're doing. So, excuse me for a second. Yeah, it looks like they're, yeah, all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, they are really investing in their performances, which I actually really do admire a whole lot, and that's actually what made me pretty much get myself fully amidst on, of course, this show, is that I really do love on how well it's actually turned out. So yeah, I guess if anything, both the characters and the actors, they actually are really fantastic, in my opinion, and that's actually probably the two main reasons why I'm fully amidst on, of course, this show. I really do get a good kick out of course, the characters and the strong performances from the actors, for sure. That's actually what made me fully engage for sure, and for that, it never disappointed me with what it's actually doing for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. Like, of course, for the animation, I will admit, like I said, it is way too rubbery, and the designs for the characters do feel a bit off, but of course, if anything, the pretty much from a visual standpoint, it still turned out pretty good. Yeah, I mean the visuals for sure, but yeah, I guess if anything, the animation could have been done a whole lot better compared to, of course, the last season, so for sure, as it is still my main gripe with, of course, this show, but if it can deliver on, of course, the visual side of things, I think they actually did a fine job with it, nevertheless, so yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, the visuals and, of course, the animation in general, for sure, and of course, I really do admire on how well shot this show is, with, of course, some brilliant cinematography to go alongside the animation, which actually does make it all the more impressive, and of course, the editing is, of course, cut up perfectly from the way I see it, So, yeah, I guess if anything, it's pretty much what I actually can say for sure right about now. I know it's actually short compared to, of course, what I've actually said, but I think it's actually what I actually can say for, of course, this show right about now. So yeah. Yeah, not really much else to it, but I still think they did a fine job, nevertheless. But the most important thing that I can say about this show right about now is that, yeah, like I said, pretty much for this season of course, this show, again, I really do love the idea on how well they're expanding a whole lot since the last 3 seasons that we actually caught, and yeah, and that's actually one thing I really do admire. I want to see something that they want to explore a whole lot that they never actually that they've actually deviled with before, right? Or yeah, I think maybe the appropriate thing to say is that they never dived in before. Yeah, that actually makes sense right about on how it's pretty much something that they never even dived into before, right about how. So, but of course, regardless on all of that, that's actually the most important thing that I can say right about how, which actually would explain on why I actually really like this show for sure. So yeah. And of course, with of course what I have to say for, of course, the writing, and of course most of the animation right about now, I guess maybe with those being the main problems I actually have with this season right about now, I think maybe it could have been fixed up a whole lot right about now to actually make it all the more engaging for sure, but I think it's what I can gather right about now, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so, sorry about that, so yeah, I guess with, of course, everything that I have to say about this season right about now, I guess overall, pretty much Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 4, pretty much of anything. I don't think it's actually as good as, say, Seasons 2 and 3, but I say for what it is, I think it is a pretty good season, nevertheless. It's not really enough to actually get me fully engaged right about now, but I think they did a fine job with, of course, what they're doing, which actually does make it all the more interesting, in my opinion, right about now. So, yeah, and of course, pretty much if anything else, I say this, I say if anything, this show is still not perfect, nevertheless, but I still think it's actually a really good, a really interesting watch, in my opinion. So yeah, and of course, if anything, it's actually one show I still recommend, hands down, regardless of course, the numerous problems I actually have with it. Yeah, maybe again they could have fixed it up a whole lot more to actually make it all the more interesting, but I still think they did a fine job, nevertheless. And of course, Season 4 is actually no exception right now. So yeah, I guess if you are quite curious to see it for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and do so. Season 4 is, of course, currently available on Netflix right now, alongside the previous seasons, if you haven't seen it already. And of course, for that, I'm really excited to see what Season 5 will actually have in store for, of course, all of us when it'll officially come out right about now. So yeah, I guess right up until Season 5 officially comes out, I guess the first 4 seasons is, of course, what we can gather, is what we got right up until then right about now. Again, it's not perfect in my opinion, but I still think this latest season of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is still actually a pretty interesting watch, and a pretty interesting season that is definitely worth checking out. So yeah, for my final score right now, I'm of course going to give Season 4 of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, yeah, what the hell, I'll put it alongside Pokemon Master Journeys and giving an 8 out of 10 as my final score. Again, I don't think it's actually as great as Seasons 2 and 3, but I still think it's actually a pretty good season that's actually well worth the watch. So yeah. And what else can I say about it? Well, it's pretty much another season from, of course, a show on Jurassic World. Nothing much else. So yeah, I guess if you are quite curious to see it for yourself, then go ahead and do so right but now. It's still worth a watch on Netflix, and it's actually one Jurassic experience that is never gonna die down anytime soon right about now. Well, until they actually do think of a way to, of course, wrap everything up right about now, right before Jurassic World, right up until Jurassic World Dominion officially comes out, but only time will tell on that. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can see on that. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this this latest thoughts video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Season 4 of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites that I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, feel free to support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of on my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, definitely feels good to, of course, get off my chest overhand by now. And like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be covering next. And of course, my next thoughts video, as of course I still got a while before I could think of something for sure. But whatever one I can actually talk about, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So yeah, but I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.